Welcome back to Align by Design, the podcast where we explore what it really means to live in alignment with who you are and to trust in the whispers of your soul. I'm Flavie, and today I'm sharing something deeply personal, something I once swore I would never talk about. Because for years, I hide this part of myself. I ignored the signs. I dismissed my intuition, and I definitely didn't want to admit the truth. That truth is that I am a psychic. I am a medium. I am a soul messenger. That I have access to something beyond this world, something that the eyes can't see, the ear can't hear. And let me tell you, I fought it. I ran from it. I resisted it with every fiber of my being. But the thing about your truth, it has a way of finding you no matter how hard you try to escape it. So today, I'm taking you on a journey, my journey. The one that led me from a little girl fascinated by magic to a woman who finally stopped running from her own power. This is a story of my spiritual awakening. And maybe, just maybe, you will recognize part of yourself in it too. I've always been drawn to the unseen. As a child, I was, fascinated by fairies, magic, and the mysteries of the world. I devoured books in the mystical or was searching for something I could I could quite name. And I never forget the day my mom took me to an esoteric bookstore. The moment I walked in, it was like coming home. The smell of the book, the shimmer of the crystals, the quiet, something bigger than me, the smell of the incense. Let me tell you, I could have stayed there for hours. And so I did what any cursed child would do. I started experimenting. I create rituals. I cast spells for my best friend to find love. I wrote down my sister's name and wished for her to pass her A level. And when it did not work, because let me tell you, she failed. So when my sister failed her biggest exam, I shut it all down. I decided that it was nonsense, that I was being ridiculous, that maybe, just maybe, I had been grown to believe in magic. And just like that, I closed the door. Years later, I met my boyfriend, the man who would become my husband. He was a Reiki healer. I never heard about Reiki. His parents were both Reiki masters. So, naturally, I decided to try it. And this was even before my son was born. My initiation to Reiki was just beautiful. Right after I was feeling, like, who was that? Cinderella, with all those animals coming to me. But after that, it felt boring, too structured, too process driven, too predictable. And I was feeling that I started to receive messages, but my master told me, no, you are just a channel. You are not supposed to feel or see things. So once again, I let it go. And I had bigger things to focus on: a career, a life, responsibilities. And for a while, I convinced myself that this word was not for me. But you see, the universe has a way of pulling you back to where you are meant to be. Just before COVID, I had a conversation with a friend at work about numerology, intuition, and energy. Something inside me light up again. And I ended up going on a retreat with that friend. and something cracked open. I cried, I sobbed, I realized how much of myself I had shut down, abandoned, and ignored. I reconnected to my healing ability. I reconnected to my soul. And then the world went into lockdown. And suddenly, I had time to listen, time to explore, time to create. And during that difficult time, I gathered a group of healers. And 3 times a week, we sent healing energy to those who need it. I called it the healing circle. It was magical. And then something even crazier happened. I started receiving reading after readings. And they all said the same thing. Flavie, you're psychic. Flavie, you're a medium. And I thought, absolutely not. Me? A medium? No way. No way. Because the only reference I had was movies, horror movies. I didn't want to be, sad kid in the sixth sense whispering, I see dead people. I didn't want that responsibility. I didn't want the fear. I didn't want to see the blood or, the head below the shoulder. Oh, I didn't want this. But my intuition, it would not let me ignore it. So I started training in different healing modalities, angel healing, Metatron healing, blue, purple ray, and I still resisted mediumship. My friends who were medium themselves kept me telling me, Flavie, you can hear them if you want to. You're already connected. And let me tell you, I had so much pain in my ear, but I was not ready. Until one day, I was looking for a new home, staying in an Airbnb, and at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning, something woke me up. I turned over and saw it, a spirit. And do you know what I did? I look at it and say, I'm tired. It's Saturday morning. Just come back later. And I turned over and went back to sleep. And it wasn't until later that I realized, wait, wait. What had just happened? This was real? It was not just a feeling, an intuition, a dream. This was undeniable. And when I finally told my friend, I said, okay, I think that your mom came to see me. And she was, what? Why? I don't know. And after a few days, she confirmed it. It was her mom who just came to verify if I was someone nice. And this journey was not just about realizing I was psychic, it was about trusting myself. And here's what I learned: your intuition is never wrong if you learn to listen. The more you ignore it, the harder life feels. The moment you lean in, everything aligns. Then fears doesn't mean stop. Fears mean expand. I was terrified of mediumship, but fear wasn't telling me it was wrong. It was telling me I was stepping into something powerful. Then you don't have to accept every gift at once. I didn't rush. I took my time, and when I was ready, it unfolded beautifully. Then healing opens the channel. My journey with my son's illness, my own healing, my own trauma, all of it was part of opening my gift. And lastly, we are all capable of more than we believe. This is not about being gifted, it's about being open. For so long, I had this part of me, but not anymore. I'm a medium, I'm a psychic, I'm a soul messenger. Your souls tell me who you are in your essence. It shows me what you are meant to create, what you can accomplish, and what is possible for you. For years, I doubted, but now I know this. The moment you let go of fear, you step into a world of infinite possibilities. So I ask you, where are you holding yourself back? What part of yourself have you been too afraid to claim? And what is the thing you fear most is actually the key to your expansion? As usual, take a moment, sit with that. You can journal it. And of course, if this episode resonates with you or with someone that you might know, share it. Because the more we step into who we truly are, the more we give permission for others to do the same. Do not hesitate to let me a like or even comment it. And until next time, trust yourself, follow your source, whisper, and keep evolving.